Hey guys, and welcome back. Illusion here with you again, like always, back on the Resonant Rise server for another episode. So, like usual, let me get you caught up on some of the things I've worked on off camera, because I did a fair amount since the last time I recorded. Last episode we worked on Patania, and I'm displeased to say that the thermomillies have gotten a pretty significant nerf. They actually have a burnout period, like a, I'll show you. You'll see that the thermomilli will absorb this bucket of lava, and then it will burn out and kind of go into a, just waiting recovery mode. And it's got a nice little smoke animation. But you can see there's a fair amount of mana coming out. Let me grab my wand thingy. You see, it's trying to offload. I don't remember which. Oh, looks like it's tied to the middle one. Yeah, it's trying to get all the mana out of there, but these aren't the best spreaders in the world. We're finally getting some mana accumulated, but definitely think it's a lot slower than it was in versions past. And that's what I was talking about, the kind of the burnout period, where you can't do anything with it, so it just sits there. So I think the hydrangeas are slower, pretty confident that they're slower than the thermomillies, but they can run non-stop. So I really kind of abandoned this build until I decide what to do and just let it accumulate mana so we can do stuff with it in the future. So that's kind of where the that build is. And I forgot to sleep before I started recording, like usual. Oh, I didn't realize dark got on. I was just gonna say I'm on the server alone. Oops, I spelled his name wrong. So that is the Batania build. You'll notice that the old reactor is moved, and I actually increased its size quite a bit because I'm starting to get a little bit tight on power, and I need something bigger. So something bigger got built, and used a lot of iron to build that. So I'm actually almost out of iron. But in the upcoming episodes, we're going to be getting into mechanism, getting into at least three times processing. Optimus said he had some issues with the 4 and 5 times processing with server lag, so we might just stretch it up to 3 or 4 times. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. Singularity 7 and quite a bit of quadruple. I did actually add a few more World and Action upgrades. That was just a few minutes ago. So that's been running for a few days since the last episode, which was 4 days ago. So that's pretty much it. Alright, so what we're going to work on is planting and harvesting stuff today. So I built a pretty decent farm for magical crops. So glowstone, redstone, yellowite, certus, blaze, glowstone, platinum, shiny, nether, iron, essence, certus, and coal. So it's got me a fair amount of resources. So I'm going to try to automate this system a little bit more, because as you can see right now, it actually has run out of a pick. So maybe using the extra utilities, the unbreakable pick from, or unbreakable hoe from extra utilities might be a great way to work on this. And then it just imports back into the network and gets sucked in eventually. But I want to change this up a little bit, just a little bit. because I don't really need iron crops anymore. I mainly had them to get some of the essence to make the higher tier of stones, but I got the stones now, so I really don't need them. But it would be nice to have some more essence crops. So let's change these out. Very cool. So that's a whole line of essence crops now. And you can also see that I did make the Ring of Magnetism from Botania. So we can get rid of coal, get rid of essence. Let's get some more Certus going. So that's all Certus. Just like that, we'll just do a little bit. Okay, Certus is definitely a little bit of a concern based on how much automation I've done with the ME system, which I've done a lot. You can use the nether ones to make nether quartz, which is nice. Let's get some more of that going. Some ender pearls, platinum. Probably should do a little more platinum. Get out of here. Yep, got that going. Blaze. I think we have a whole line of blaze. Probably okay with there. What's this? Ender pearls. Doing pretty good on ender pearls. Yellow right. Yeah, I'll see how that goes. See if we need to make any more changes. Get rid of all that. Suck it back in the network. So that's working pretty cool. Next thing, try to do some crops and trees. So I started setting this up a little bit. Nothing there, and I think this is a modded planter right there. I don't know if these are all going to work with this planter, but we're going to find out pretty soon. So let's jump down here. Let's get the system set up. In fact, actually I'll do a cut and get it set. I also should say that with my fancy automation system, I do have Enderium on Autocraft now, using the 2 alloy smelters. So, and then putting it here to work. So, pretty cool. So I get some Tesseracts made up, and we're gonna continue with this build. All right, here we go. So I got one Tesseract placed down in the basement to send power, and it's hooked up to an interface to be able to accept items. So how do I want to do this? Actually, let's maybe do it like this. But I'm going to need some more conduit if I do it like that. And I don't have any on me. Run down, get some conduit. Should have some in the network. Bam, just like that. You also see that I put down a stone floor because I hate walking on that concrete. Many people don't know it's just concrete is just ice reskinned with a new texture. So that's why it's all slippery. Alright, so now we have power. That. Very cool. Now, why you no connect? Are you connected? Oh, because I don't have this set yet. That's why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this being extract without a redstone signal. I have these conduits right here set with a priority of 1. So what should happen once the harvester does the harvesting, which I'm going to have to get an upgrade for eventually, it's going to export in the chest, the conduit's going to grab it out of the chest, and it's going to try to fill the planar inventories first. If it doesn't match the filter or it's full, then it'll route to the Tesseract and be sent back into the ME network. That's the plan, at least. And alright, so we were going to be receiving energy, fluids blocked, and sending. Okay, and then let me click on this, configure this item. So it's going to be insert, and this is going to be a priority 0. Makes sense? You see it's already starting to work. Very cool. I need to grab some dirt and clean this up a little bit. But that way we can start getting a little more wood into our system, start getting some plants. And it is planting the witchery stuff, which is awesome. You're not supposed to do that, but that's like okay, I guess. Carrots, 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 potatoes. Potatoes. Why aren't you doing that? Alright. So let me get this cleaned up. And grab some dirt. Get this guy cleaned up. Make it look a little pretty. Make sure there's no issues. I'll be back in a second to continue the next project. Alright, I'm back. So I think I'm okay with calling this project pretty much wrapped up. Now it's just kind of let it do its thing. Put some glowstone up here just in case. We do have hunger and overhaul installed on the server, so it does mess with some of the growing mechanics, but I think it's gonna be okay. I think actually I can pretty much remove this nice little setup. I think so. What I'll do, I'll just tear it all out. Maybe feed the cows while I'm here. Feed everything. Yeah. Really? It's not the first time I've fed the animals. GG, whatever it's called. Alright. Let's put you in there, you in there, you in there. I'll let you do your thing. So now the next thing we got to deal with is the essence. So from the magical crops, we're getting all types of essence from the different aspects that we're working on. So clean up the inventory. Just put that there for now. Use that for something. So I click on here. You can see I'm getting a fair amount of essence, and I want to have an automated way to put the essence together and give me back the item that I need. So originally I planned out this build to do it with RF tools, but then when I logged in today, I was looking through NEI and I was like, oh, I guess we removed RF tools. So I had to come up with another plan, and that was to use Steve's Factory Manager and a little bit of AE. So we're going to go ahead and set that up right about now and show you how I'm going to do that. So I want to do yeah, I'm going to do it like that. And then what I'm going to have, I've made storage buses because storage buses are going on here. Boop, boop, boop. since I'm running a ME cable, I just decided to go ahead and wire this in. Import bus, let's do the U here, and export bus here. And cable, please. There you are. Okay. And capacity cards. Cool. So now we have 9 slots open to start exporting the essence. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this essence up. So that's Certus, yellow right, glowstone, coal, redstone. Ooh, that's getting tight on numbers, isn't it? Nether, so 8. Platinum is 9. It's getting a little tight. Alright, let's see if we can make it work. So, coal, that. Alright, so I didn't get ender. But I do want the ender. So let me grab some ender. Ender. And we'll take off like coal because I'm not going to be doing coal anymore. Coal, that. Okay, cool. And you are to only import chicken sandwiches right now. So that way it'll start building up. Alright, so I'm going to write some programming with the factory manager, and I'll be back in a second. And I'm back. So I'm just finishing up the last one, the 9th essence in here. That way we can finish it up. It took me about 5-10 minutes to get it all going. Whitelist, bam, like that. Sweet. So it looks like it finished doing everything. What did Dark say? So now we just need to worry about getting things imported back into the network. Just grab a sample of each. Like so. And that way we're setting the import to pull out all these items. What are we missing? I don't know. What are we missing? Quartz? Quartz. That's what it is. Excellent. So, now this system is... I really don't have to touch the system anymore. As long as to keep it stocked with a hoe, which I'm going to try to get the extra utilities unbreakable hoe put in there, and I don't ever have to touch the system again. I'm going to do that one thing though. I'm going to change the timing on this. Now, I'm going to, that way I could be a little bit more server friendly. I think that is the max time. So I guess that's like between 10 and 20 minutes or so. So every 10 or 20 minutes, this thing will go through its operation and look to see what needs to get made. And I'll fix this off camera as well, because it doesn't need to check every second for these to get made, because they're not going to be enough. Oops, it's not going to be enough for it to make every second. It's going to take some time. So we'll just do this, and every whatever 999 seconds is. I'm not doing that math in my head. 999, not. Come on. 999 and 999. Bam. Excellent. Like that, and this is already set. Okay, cool. So then this thing will just build up, and once it builds up, it'll go through its timer. Timer will tick, and then anything that's available in here will get auto-crafted and shoved right back into our network. Easy peasy. See if this is growing any. This definitely seems slower than what I remembered. I think the hunger overhaul is affecting that. And I did make a tesseract to put down on this guy. That's what that last tesseract is for. I have a bucket on me. That's okay. We'll just do it like this. Alright. So this is my power and items. So we're going to be sending items. Receiving power. Blocked. Okay, cool. And then we'll change the output on this. So we'll push that there instead of up top. Disable that top slot. So now things will go right back into the network. Put that there. Break this chest. We'll save this for something else. Very cool. And that should fix itself. I don't like the way that looks though. Whatever. It'll sort itself out. Alright, cool. So we did some crop animation this day. Got it all set up. I'm pleased with it. Awesome. Alright guys, have a great afternoon. If it is afternoon when you're watching this, it is for me. I'm going to be streaming tonight since today is Wednesday, so remember I'm streaming on Wednesday nights. If you're available, come check me out. Otherwise, see you guys later.